Like my story?
No, not your story, a story. Since you can't keep your mouth shut long enough for me to read my paper, tell me a story.
I don't think I know any stories.
You don't know any stories?
No.
All right, I'll tell you a story. This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it, so you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now. Go.
Job well done.
What's up, fight fans? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I'm always your host, Edwin, where the wall fights start.
Round one.
Let's get this party started. I'm going to need you to quickly hit the like button as you join us here at Round One Sports Talk. Um, because I got to get back in the good graces of this algorithm. You know, I took a lot of strikes and they notified me. So I'm going to need you guys to engage. You know, whatever you got to say, please text it in the chat. I'm going to be reading off the chat today. And let's talk boxing. We have a lot of things to clear up in the boxing world, and we have a little bit of break in the action. So let's talk about some of the top headlines right now. What's going on in boxing, negotiation wise, potential matchups, rumors, and possibilities. All that and more. Anything you want to talk about boxing, we're here at Round One Sports Talk. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a Round One Sports Talk member, and let's go. Oh yeah. So how am I here? How's my audio today? Made a couple more adjustments. See, I can still see that when I go back and stuff, it still cuts out a little. So I reduced it a little bit more. So I know we're close. I know we're close. I know we're like right there. So hopefully today's the day, and I get, you know, the best audio, you know, out of this microphone, because I have been not getting the best, you know, this microphone has to offer, you know. So but you know, the show must go on. So fight fans, thank you for tuning in here at another edition of Round One Sports TV. This is all, you know, due in part to you guys tuning in, liking, and subscribing. So let's talk boxing. Well, you know, a lot of talk has been going around in the boxing world right now, and the majority of the faces that are in the forefront are fighters like Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, David Tomasa Benavidez, you know, and silently Tank Davis. You know, Tank Davis comes out, you know, from wherever he's hiding, and he makes an appearance, and the boxing world goes crazy. I gotta admit this, okay? So, I mean, that's how starving the boxing world is for these fights. You got Ryo up there. He went up on Max Kellerman's show there, the ring, and you know, he expressed his frustrations in boxing. He expressed what he believes he the fights he should get. He also says that, you know, he thinks that fighters are going to avoid him, and for good reason. I just talked to Frontline not too long ago, by the way. Everybody that, you know, is wondering about Frontline and stuff, he has a lot of working to do. You know, he looked at me with those sad puppy boxing eyes, and he said, Round one, carry the message. Be strong. I can't be there right now. And I just want you to know that Frontline, he's watching, he's hearing. You know, so drop your texts in the chat. You know, Frontline, he can't be with us right now, but he's with us in boxing heart. He's with us in boxing heart. Yo, so me and Frontline, we was talking, right? And Frontline was telling me, hey, round one, do you really believe that Devin Haney can beat Shakur Stevenson? And I said, now? Yeah. He said, you're out of your mind. I said, why? He said, there's no way Devin beat Shakur. I said, why? Again. He said, because Shakur Stevenson, it will dance around him, pop the jab. Devin won't know what to do, this and that and the third. And I was like, wait a minute, brother. Let me tell you something right now. If anybody can dance with Shakur Stevenson, is Devin Haney. He's going to be able to move with him, right? And he goes, what makes you think that Devin Haney, is so, so much better and that he's going to beat Shakur? I says, I'll tell you why. He says, why? I says, let me tell you something. Ryo came out, signed to Zuffa, and said, I'll fight Shakur Stevenson, newly signed Zuffa fighter. Shakur Stevenson quickly took to social media with his little Twitter fingers, right? He said, no. Why? Because he's trying to give the impression that that Ryo doesn't sell as much. He's not a big name. Oh my God, now you have to have a big name to fight me? Is that what we're coming to? More excuses rather than getting the fights. No wonder he would duck Ryo. Why? Ryo knocked out the guy that you struggled against, Edwin De Los Santos. You went 12 rounds with Edwin De Los Santos and you couldn't beat him. Ryo went out there and convincingly within 2 rounds dispersed of him. He made it look easy. People are going to say that's not the same version of Edwin De Los Santos. And I say, well, he still has his power. And he cracked Ryo with a good shot. He thought he had Ryo a little while. Ryo he hit Ryo. Ryo staggered a little like this and came right back. So no matter what you say about, Edwin De Los Santos, no, he looked pretty decent to me. And he still got power. He's still punching like Edwin De Los Santos. He's not an old man. Ryo walked through that power and delivered his own. The court don't want none of that. And he's going to feed you the thing that Ryo's not on his level. No, Shakur. He's a pro boxer. He's a threat. And he's the next guy in line. Give him a shot. But you won't do that. And then he tells me, Edwin, why do you think Shakur Stevenson dug Devin Haney? You can't say that. I said, what? He said, because Shakur Stevenson's at 140. Devin's at 147. You yourself has said you can't be considered a duck if you're in another weight division. I said, okay. I said, let me tell you something. The reason why he's a duck and the reason why he comes into play because he went meddling in business he didn't belong in. If he didn't go on a podcast and suggest a fight moving up higher than 140, what do you say? A catch weight at 144? That's not 140 front line. That's 144. So if he's up there putting his nose in business that don't belong to him, then he needs to take the scrutiny for not taking the fight. That's the difference. Had he just been in his weight division, the other guy in his weight division, they say, oh, if Devin Haney doesn't fight Boots, he's ducking him. No. Devin Haney has not come out since Boots won the 2 belts and said, hey, I show interest in wanting to fight Boots. It's just the boxing channels are putting out that fight. Oh, yeah, you know what? We want to see this fight. Like, if these guys are robots, these guys could just, you know what? Let me do what the fan says. Rather than staying your ass in one division, try to clean out that division. Make a run. Make a run in the division. And, like, I'm not sure, what to think anymore about this situation with Shakur and hold on a second, guys. Do I got the boost power thing on? No, I don't. Wow, this is really jumping today. All right, let's go with it. Look, with that situation with Keyshawn, Devin, and Shakur, I just want the fighting fans to know one thing. That if Devin Haney was in fact what they say he is, pillow fisted, email champ, not him, sweet, you heard all the comments, right? If Devin Haney was really all those things, then what's the problem? What is the problem? One of the other things that are trying to go around in social media is that these fighters are pricing themselves out. The Devin Haney, in fact, there's like a Haney tax, and that Devin Haney is taking too much money and not willing to pay these fighters the right amount of money to fight him. And I call bullshit. I say, brother, that has been boxing since boxing's been boxing. That's the name of the game right there. What you're using as an excuse, because that's what it is, right? It's something a coward would say, something a loser would say, that Haney tax, right? Rather than seeing what it is. Devin Haney was in once upon a time in these kind of situations, these kind of negotiations, and had to take less money to become the fighter he is today. So if Devin Haney can do it back then, that means that you would have to do it now. So that if you were to beat Devin Haney, you trade places. Now you get the 75%. That's always been boxing. What is this mysterious David Haney tax where he put himself in a situation where he already took payday cuts? He already took less money. There's no more of that with Devin Haney because he has made himself the fighter he is today. So his negotiation with the zone and all, that has nothing to do with the other fighter. Devin Haney allowed Keyshawn Davis to try to hustle for whatever he was going to get. That was okay. Get yours, right? But the fact of the matter is this. For someone to come out and say that there's a Haney tax, then be the tax collector and tax that ass. You need to recognize where Devin Haney put himself. When you came up the ladder, we're not equal. We're not equal. I took pay cuts. I made sacrifices. I'm Devin Haney. I'm here now. You want 50-50, Keyshawn? You don't deserve that. You didn't do what I had to do to get here. Take your 25% and be happy. And if you really thought you can dethrone Devin Haney, that should have been the assignment. Fuck the money for that fight. Because after I come out of that fight, guess what? I'm going to be the world champion. 75% comes to me. And now negotiation goes to the next guy. And you think that you're going to turn around Keyshawn Davis and tell the next guy, you know what? You deserve 50-50 split. You think Keyshawn's going to turn around and tell the next guy, no, you deserve 50-50 split because when I fought Devin, they underpaid me. So I'm going to make sure now that I'm champion that you get everything you deserve. Or is he going to say, I want the 75, just like Devin's doing? What Devin Haney tax? It's ridiculous. It's not a real thing. Yo, it's crazy. What's up, Low Nose Boxing? What up? What you doing? What's Low Nose Boxing up to? Salute Edwin, top of the morning. Don't forget, Teal took short money for the Loma fight. Yeah, a lot of these fighters made sacrifices. Big time. And now they get into the position where they're like putting their foot down. No, you're not going to shortchange me. I already took the shortchange fights. I already made the sacrifices. I was back there. Now I'm here. And Tio needs to get every fucking dime because he deserves it. He put in the sacrifices. Keyshawn wants to come up and demand $3 million. Bro, you didn't make any sacrifices. You didn't fucking take pay cuts. You didn't cross land. You didn't go into enemy's territory. You didn't do any of that shit. And then what? What am I supposed to do? Say, yeah, you're worth this? Now, rumors say they wanted to put him against Brian Norman Jr. Todd the Ball down there in top rank, because Bobby Arum, he's not at the helm anymore. Todd the Ball's probably running all this shit. They probably tired of this dude Keyshawn, bro. They trying to catch. And the thing is that if you fuck over top rank, you know what they're going to do, right? They're going to feed you to a killer. To take away all your success just in case you're trying to walk out too. And they tired of it. Why you think Brian Norman Jr.'s name came up? They're gonna feed him because he's pissing off Top Rank. Right now, Keyshawn Davis owes Top Rank $2,000 and T.O. He owes $4,000. If I was T.O., I'd run up on him and check his pockets. You got my $2,000, yo, yo, because they put up $4,000 between the two of them to make a bid, right? That a fight never happened to. You wasted my time, bro. Get my goddamn money back. The Doug Boss. What's up, AMLO? This era doesn't deserve. Bro, listen, don't talk to me about this era. This is social media era boxing. Guys not even having one professional fight. Just coming out of the amateurs, they already got a buzz. They don't got to work for it like they used to do, like back in the day, bro. These guys are like buzzing. Like if you just remotely fit the swagger on day one, like I'm like, what the fuck, bro? But hey, man, yeah, yo, Marine Corps, what up? What's up, little? What's up, bro? Keyshawn is too. Well, it's. I mean, look, the problem is that they offered him the 3 million low nose boxing. They offered him the 3 million, and he said no to three. If you're saying he's not worth three, shit, they offered him three. He had three in his bag, and he said no to three. Now, rumors are going around social media. I don't know how true this is, right? But that Devin went in his pocket for 1 million and offered him four. Keyshawn turns around and says, no, I want five. Then they go to purse bid. But when they was going through the nights, just leading into the purse bid to go to San Juan, Puerto Rico, right? The negotiation, the final thing was Devin said, I'll take $1 million out of my purse, give it to Keyshawn. We'll give you four. Just sign the contract, get in the ring with me. Keyshawn said, no. I don't know in what world Keyshawn even thinks he's worth two. One, y cuidado. Y cuidado. Okay? The highest I'll go 1.5. I go no further, Keyshawn. I ain't going no further with you. 1.5, and that's it. I'm not sure if I recoup my losses. You know, this is a gamble. But 4 million? Now, 4 million on the notion that it was gonna be filmed on the Zone. The Zone production team is all behind that. We was gonna get good publicity. So, you know, I think they were gonna, you know, this is a tough. He's just not worth $4 million, bro, guys. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. If you had the three or they told you the four, at that point, you won. You won. You're literally getting way more money than Devin Haney got at this amount of fights. At four, you should have like been like, now, if you really thought that you can beat Devin and you could take that belt away from him, the dollar amount would have never played a factor. You would have took the money that was offered to you. That's not your goal. That's not why you're here. Thank you for the money, but I'm here for that belt and your status. That's what, because after that, my title run, I'm gonna make all that money back and then some. But I need that belt. And if you give me the opportunity to fight you for that belt, and then you throw it back in his face, you never wanted to be champion. You didn't think you could beat him. There's no way on God's green earth you can't convince me that Keyshawn thinks that he can beat Devin. When someone punks you and bitches you on a world stage, bro, that's what it is. You can try to talk your way out of it. You could try to say, no, you know what, round one? Who are you to tell us what we're worth? And I'll say, I'm round one sports talk, and I'm going to tell you you're worth nothing. You're worth nothing right now. So you went from getting an opportunity of becoming a world champion to being criticized like this. I'll tell you what you're not, world champion. I tell you what you got offered, a world championship fight. I tell you what you walked away from, a world championship fight. That's what you did. Did I miss anything? Am I missing anything here? Keyshawn Davis is standing up for what? Equality for who? For the fighters? To say that Devin Haney's not paying the fighters? Neither did Tank Davis. Neither did a lot of these guys fight. You had to beat them to earn the right to get their bag. When has it ever been that the champions or the most popular should get paid less, or you should get paid equal to them? Even Ryan Garcia took less money to fight Tank. He got paid over $1 million, but he still didn't get paid what he should have. Ryan Garcia said yes, and he took it. He said, yep, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to fight you, though. But all of a sudden, Keyshawn Davis is better than Ryan Garcia. More popular, and that's bullshit. Why do you deserve 4 when Ryan didn't get nowhere near that? Now Ryan's getting the big bucks. Why? He's got a world championship. And that's why nothing that Keyshawn, his coach, no one. Listen, when you play the part, you got to wear that fucking badge, bro. You wanted to take that road. This is what happened. This is cause and effect. Cause and effect. You wasted people. They put almost $9 million, 8.55, almost $9 million on your ass. And you walked away, and you want us to think what? That somehow in some mysterious universe, Keyshawn was what, right? He was right. No, he was never right. He's never going to be right. He's a duck. He's a duck, and he will always have that title. Always. Remember that one time Keyshawn Davis ducked Devin? Yeah. I remember that shit. I don't give a fuck. He gonna keep going through his career. It's gonna come back and bite him later. Hey, yeah, you're so tough. The next opponent talking trash to him, he's gonna be like, Keyshawn, shut your fucking ass up. You ducked Devin. It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Did it ever go away for Saul? Ever? Did it ever? To this motherfucking day, we still want Saul to fight David. Yes or no? It's never gone away. That duck label, oh, scarlet letter right here. Yo, sometimes it's worse than fucking using PEs, ain't it? That PE scandal will never leave Connor, Ryan, shit like that, right? It's kind of left Saul, though. It's not as strong. That is not the thing that affects Saul. You know what affects Saul? The fact that he ducked David the Monster Benavidez. That's what affects him. Boxing fans don't like that shit. We don't like that shit. We like, nah. You know why we don't like that shit? See, some fans, the casual shit like that, the guys that step in that know their shit, but they're just in and out. We got those guys too. Not every guy that just, that comes in every once in a while is a casual. No, they've been watching boxing for years too. They just pop in and out, right? We got those guys too. And you see this, right? And they're watching it, right? The one thing they give Saul criticism for, everybody looking in, is that the fact that he didn't fight David the Monster Benavidez. If Keyshawn Davis thinks he could turn his phone off for 2 weeks and this all just blow over, he's sadly mistaken. He's sadly mistaken, bro. Hey, this is always going to be something in the fighters' minds, because when a lot of these guys are watching fighting, we got to remember that we're watching the toughest men that we believe are the most professional and that do it at the best. Some of us got really great eyes, just never had the ability or the dedication to further it through. But don't mean that they don't know what they're looking at, right? Some of us view this as a competitive sport. Some don't even give a fuck about competition, styles, or nothing. They just want to see blood. For whatever reason you watch boxing, you will identify some things. A duck is a duck. You don't go up to my weight division. You don't become the number one. You don't do all these things. And like Bob Arum said it. Bob Arum, God bless your soul. Did you guys read that tweet that Bob Arum himself put out? He said, man, we put up all this money because Keyshawn was running around, running his mouth like he wanted to fight. We really thought he wanted to fight. So we backed him up. Comes to find out, this motherfucker was bluffing. He was bluffing with our money, other people's money. Would you want anybody to play with your money? Just answer me that. You putting up the money, you already like talk. You've been up at night already talking about investing this much money. Then all of a sudden, Devin calls you, because you're the promoter now. Devin Haney calls you, yo, I'm gonna put in some money. You like doing the numbers up all night. Damn, that's a lot of money. I know, man. Let's put up the money. I'm not sure if I break even. What if I don't recoup my losses? And I don't even get back the 8.5 I put in. So I fucking make a decision. I said, fuck it. Go to Puerto Rico, get on a plane, get a hotel room, get an extra $2,000, make a bid, and say 8.55. You playing with my money. Because you made videos saying you was going to beat Devin. You made the video saying Devin was scared of you. You did all of this. And somehow, some fans are going to say, well, Keyshawn, what? Nah, okay. The best thing to do at this point for Keyshawn fans and Keyshawn himself, come out and face this head on. You know what, guys? For whatever the reason, whether it was the money, whether whatever, I didn't like the fight. I didn't like the fight. I didn't like how I was being treated or whatever. And don't say that, because then that opens a new can of worms. Just say, I didn't like the fight. I chose to take a different route, and I will be making an announcement on my next fight. I apologize for wasting everybody's time. But I will be back stronger than ever, and that's it. Let it go from there. Get in front of it, address it, accept what you did, and move on. By denying it, keep denying it, or keep trying to give a story of why you didn't take the fight, it's going to make you look worse, worse, and worse. Because at the bottom of the end of the day, listen, you could have offered me 5 cents for a title fight, and I would have said yes. Just make sure you give the 5 cents to my coach. because at least I'm not fighting for money. I want that belt. After I get that belt, we'll talk about the money. I'm going to get all that back. My run, because I believe in myself. I believe in my skills. I believe I'm the best. And that speaks more than money, words, whatever. Men that say, you know what? I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the championships. And as Keyshawn Davis is saying, I'm a prize fighter. I'm here for the money. Well, then, damn it, get in the ring and fight somebody. Fight somebody. Give me a reason to come out and support your fight or buy your fight, Keyshawn. Give me something. Albright? Albright. That's what you gave me. A rematch of a fight that I already saw twice. Same fucking fight. You expect me to what? Oh my God. He fought Albright. Oh shit. Fuck out of here, bro. If you want this money and you claim, then get in the ring. What is this? All this inactivity? Listen. Huh? Good PR, bad PR. Who we calling out for the Devin fight? Liam Paro. Liam Paro. I want Liam Paro. In a good world, why? It's a unification. You see, because Teofimo Lopez is tied up with Rolly, the WBA champion. Liam Paro is what? The IBF champion? And Devin's what? The WBO champion? Right? So, like, what I prefer for Devin would be of course, a unification. You know, uh, rather than a Jack Catterall fight. Jack Catterall fight is a good fight. It's a good fight. He's a tricky fighter. I personally think that Jack Catterall is a bit underrated. Since losing to Arnold Barboza, that was a tough matchup. But the way he dismantled, Regis Progress, Jack Catterall is a good fighter. I think he's underrated, right? I like that for a stay busy fight for Devin because I think Devin beats him. I think he beats him convincingly. Uh, I think Jack Catterall might win 3 rounds, maybe against Devin. That's the most I see him winning. I see him having his moments and might edge out a round here and there, but nothing Devin can handle. I don't think that's going to be a real test for Devin, but it could be a showcase for him if he seizes the moment. If Devin wants to go back and do that old fucking Devin Haney boring shit, Devin, you're good. But I got to admit, Devin, come on, bro. So what? You're winning the fight. Devin, you gotta do something, bro. You gotta fucking match that ferociousness. You want a name like Debo when you gotta start acting like Debo. Debo doesn't dance around sticks and move. Debo destroys. You can't have that kind of nickname. Go back to the dream. Just keep dreaming about being Debo, Devin. I mean, Devin, you're good, Devin. You know what I'm saying? And like, I like you, but I'm still gonna call you out on what it is. You're not a killer, bro. You're not. At least you're not acting like one. You're not acting like one, but you are a great boxer. And these guys is not fucking with you. So Devin, you gotta like take some chances. And the next time you get out there, Devin, showcase your ability. I talked about this a few times, man. Devin's gonna find his way one day. Watch, and y'all gonna see the real Devin Haney. I haven't seen that yet. I just seen this version of Devin Haney that's very skillful, very, athletic, can move well, good reflexes, good jab, just the fundamentals in boxing and also as well as Devin knowing how to execute. He does know how to do what his coach tells him to do. Devin just got to take over the wheel. He's got to flow. He's got to go in there and learn how to put it together. So, that's what I expect out of him. But, you know, Jag got Jag got heart and it's tricky. Yeah, that's what I was alluding to. He's much more tricky and I think he's more underrated than these boxers actually think. He has a real calm demeanor about himself. He can be real poised at times. He's calculated. He's sitting back trying to counter off your shots. He's very twitchy on the inside. He's a lot faster than what people think. Um, Even when Regis Progress dropped him in the fight, and I felt like Regis Progress needed to convince Jack Catterall to come in. Jack Catterall, he went in a little bit on Regis, right? But he like flipped the script on him and made Regis think that he had to come back in on him. And he picked Regis apart. He has that kind of demeanor about him, Jack Catterall. He's the kind of fighter that gets you to do things you knew not to do in a weird way. There's those kind of fighters. He's like what he's doing. It's like okay, the shot is there. Wow, no, it wasn't. Fuck, you got me to do that. He's that kind of fighter, Jack Catterall. He'll get you to do things like, and the weird thing is like you knew, like, and it's like those are those kind of tricky fighters. If you know. If you've been in fights and you've experienced these kind of things, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, and yeah, I mean, but Devin has to stay busy, guys. He has to stay busy. He can't stay on the shelf. His last fight was Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. already fought. He's already been in the ring after the loss to Devin. Where's Devin at? Pay attention, guys. Now, Devin's coming off a year layoff into his next fight. Now I got to be more selective because you're not active, son. You got to stay active. He's got to get back in this ring. You want to know one of the things that gave it away for me in the Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney controversy? That when, see, what they were telling us was Devin Haney wanted to fight Shakur Stevenson. That the investors that wanted to put the money up, they wanted to see Devin versus Shakur. So Shakur comes out of nowhere, makes an offer. I'll meet you at a catch weight at 144. That's an offer for a fight. And it came out of Shakur Stevenson's mouth. So apparently, to Bill and investors, they wanted that fight. But what was the problem? The bump in the road, the hurdle, was Keyshawn Davis being the number one and putting in the paperwork to come in between the Devin fight. Right? So Keyshawn was the roadblock. If Keyshawn wasn't there, according to Devin Haney and Bill Haney, we would be fighting who? Shakur Stevenson. That's what they told you. Right? Okay. As soon as negotiations and the purse bid went to shit with Keyshawn, where the hell was Shakur? Why are we talking about Jack Catterall and Liam Paro? And Shakur hasn't said a word because that was the smoke screen. They knew they were never going to fight Shakur. And Shakur was never going to fight Devin. That was just to sell you on the fact that Keyshawn didn't even catch on and he signed up to fucking fight Devin. And when Shakur Stevenson set him up to do his dirty work, that's what happened. And when Shakur Stevenson, see, they didn't think Keyshawn was going to pull out of the fight. They thought they had Keyshawn. But Keyshawn did what Edwin De Los Santos did to him. He said, no, I'm not taking the money. Nope, you're 6 pounds over. Nah, I'm not fighting you. I'm out. And left him there. Keyshawn remembered from there. He said, oh shit, I'm being set up. Wait a minute, I got options. I've been through this before. You know what? I'm not taking the fight. I have the right to say no. And even though you have the right to say no, and even though you got there, that still does not make you not a duck. No, you're going to have to take the duck title, but you saw you was being set up. They would put you in to fight Devin that they would not do. They wanted you to do things that they wouldn't do. Shakur is not fighting Devin. What makes you think Shakur would fight Devin if once upon a time Devin made him an offer for 4 belts? 2 offers for 25% for 4 belts. He even went up on the next offer. And Shakur said no to 4 belts. But all of a sudden, you guys bought that he was going to fight him for 1 belt? You wouldn't fight him for 4. You're not going to fight him for 1. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it, Shakur. Then you went and dug Ryle, the guy that knocked out the guy. Come on, man. Nah, Shakur, you went around saying to all these guys, they're not him. And I'm starting to realize you only look that good because they put you in against flat-footed dudes and guys that are not on your level, like Josh Padley. You beat up Oscar Valdez. He's that bigger than you. I'm starting to realize, Shakur, no, wait a minute. Maybe the reason why you look that good is because they matched you up well. The biggest threat you fought was Teal. Teal's not on your level when it comes to footwork. You easily put Teal in boxing situations, then cruised in the fight. But what I've never seen you do, Shakur Stevenson, is fight the top Black American fighters. Now that, my friend, I didn't see you fight Tank Davis. I didn't see you fight Devin. Shit, I'm not even seeing you fight the new guys. I don't listen. I'm starting to like look at Shakur a bit different. I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Oh, round 1, he was gonna fight Schofield. Who? Who? Who's Schofield? What has he done? That's my point. That's my point. You're always matched up with guys that are not on your level. You're always matched up with these dudes, but you don't fight the guys that are close to your level, or we might feel that might be slightly above you. Tank. You won't fight them though. You know, I'm not sure if Shakur's him anymore. I'm not. And the guy that I thought that wasn't him yet was Devin. And all of a sudden, I'm looking back and I'm saying to myself, this is the world's upside down. The world is broken. Everything they told me that was right is wrong. Up is down. What the fuck is going on here? You guys told me that Devin was pillow fisted. You guys told me he was an email champion. You guys told me he was sweet. What the fuck is the problem? Literally, you guys could have told me, listen, Edwin, you're going to fight for the world title, but we're going to give you a blunt and 1 sack of that good to fight him. Where do I sign? You did say world title, right? Okay, where do I sign? A blunt and 1 sack is good enough for me. It's good enough for me. I'm going to smoke that willing blunt right after the fight. I'm going to smoke on the Haney pack. That's what I'm going to do. If I really thought I can beat him, it wasn't about my payday. You need to know your place in negotiations. My payday wasn't today. My payday is tomorrow. When I wake up to fucking morrow, I'm going to wake up the world champion. Now come talk to me. What's this bullshit story you're trying to give to the world that you're not getting paid to fight Devin? You're not supposed to get paid fighting Devin. He's the champion. He put himself there. He's supposed to be getting paid. This is his card. Why are you guys talking crazy? Like, oh, they're not giving us enough money. This was never about you. Not one, nothing. You were supposed to be a good dancing partner. Play your part. Play your motherfucking part. Take what I have, become me, call your shots. Boxing has always been like that. And I mean, there is no excuse. These content creators can come up that is going to make me sit here and be logical about it and say, you know what? I heard something interesting. No, it is what it is, bro. Let's just move on. Let's just move on from this. And I mean, ask yourself one question. Okay, Keyshawn's a duck, right? He's a duck 100% through and through. Whether he owns it or not, it doesn't matter. That's what he is. Is he good for the sport of boxing? Yes. When he fights next, are you going to watch it? I am. Yes. Will I like to see him progress in boxing and eventually fight Devin? Yes. 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 Have I counted Keyshawn out? No. Do I think Keyshawn's a bum? No. I might take him in the next fight, depending who he's fighting with. Because argument aside, no matter what they did, can't allow their antics to paint a different picture about what they're actually doing. That I'll try to always focus on. The fight. What they're doing in the ring. Yes, we can be mad at these fighters. Yes, I agree. I agree. We can lash out. Yo, Keyshawn, you did this, did that. I agree. I'm with you guys. But I'm not willing to throw him away. No. No, that's Keyshawn Davis, bro. Dennis Baranchek, right? And who is it? He's about to fight right now. Coming up, right? What was it? One of Keyshawn fighters and one of Devin's guys that he beat, I think. Who was it that hold up, I'll get that for you guys in a second. I know I was just looking that up recently. I forgot what fight card I was on. And they were actually scheduled. It was like uh no, it wasn't on the was it the Caroline? No, it was on the Moses Thomas card. It was Sam Note versus fucking Dennis Baranchek. And that's on the Moses Otama versus Philip Hervich when they fight. They're the co-main event. It's Sam Notes. Sam Notes lost to Abdullah Mason, and Dennis Baranchek lost to Keyshawn Davis for the WBO world title at 135. And them two guys are fighting now. So that's I want to see that fight too. And the Moses Thomas fight versus Hervich, Philip Hervich. I hope he does better than that fucking guy that fought Tumam. What's how do you say? Tumamo, Tirao. He has like the same name twice. You know what I'm talking about? That guy, right? Fucking mean these names, man. I got to learn how to pronounce them. I'm working on it. I'm freaking working on it. All right. Termawana. Termawana. I hope that, you know, Philip Herfovich, um, get some rounds out of Moses Otama. But if he doesn't, then I'll know that Moses is there. If he dispatches a Philip Herfovich, like, like in a Moses Otama way, man, listen, now I'm really behind them. Like I'm already a fan, like, of Moses Otama. And that's a damn shame. An American, a fan for you guys, for the Brits. American heavyweight championship boxing has gotten really bad when we're fucking rooting for the Brit. We got no chance, nothing. You know what I mean? Fucking Americans. What the fuck, man? We need a heavyweight championship, man. Oh, we need one so bad. Oh my God, bro. I don't know what to say anymore. Oh my God. Torres got knocked into fucking oblivion. I knew that was gonna happen eventually. We was all wishing on a star with Torres, you know. We really was. We really was. We knew that. We was hoping every fight, like, he's doing good, he's doing good, until he wasn't. Right? So, hey, listen, UK, if can we borrow your fighter? Can we borrow your fighter for a minute? Oh shit. Mr. Miyagi heard me from work and smacked my hand and said, no, you won't share your Brit fighter after everything we've done for you. Right, yo. Yo, it's crazy. But yeah, that's jumping off there. Lester Martinez is fighting Luca. That's August 28th. 29th. I'm sorry. That's in London. Ironically, the Lester Martinez fight card is on ProBox in Los Angeles, right? On the same day, August 29th, the Zone pay-per-view with Moses Atama, that's in London on the Zone. So we might be able to catch both fights because London will be shooting on, in that morning time, and just after the Moses Atama fight, we might be running right into the Pro Box card. So I'll have some times for you if you guys are interested in that. Let me know. Type it in the chat. What's up, guys? What's up, Pug? What's up, Bull Rider? How you doing? I can't see your name. Carcast Boxing. What's up? Jack got heart and his trick. Oh yeah, I read that one. Yo. Okay. Garcia. What's this? I think that last name is Garcia, but what? Chile de Garcia. Okay. Damn, I can't see it when it's up here. I had to bring it all the way up. What's up, puppy? How you doing? Chilling. Americans has no American has no heavyweight champions because the culture debating over uh the Americans don't have a heavyweight champion because we have too many options for our kids. That's why. That's why the Brits run the heavyweight division right now. See, our big guys go to the NFL, to the major leagues, baseball, or to basketball. Our kids, they don't go to the gyms to punch their brains in. Out there in the UK, there's not many options. It's either soccer, boxing, or rugby. Take your pick. They don't play football out there, and basketball you ain't really going too far. So one of the things the Brits like to do is drink and get drunk and fight. They're really good at it. So the Brits' biggest men, rather than going in rugby or flying to the US, they go to the boxing gyms. The American big man doesn't go to a boxing gym. It goes to an NFL field. It goes to a basketball court, to a major league diamond. You see the size of those major league baseball players? Any one of them can be heavyweight champion of the world. But our kids got more options. If you take away the NFL and like baseball in America, we'll dominate the heavyweight division. You'll get your American heavyweight champion and then some. Because now our kids, the only way to get money would be to go into fighting. But these kids are signing $100 million contracts, 140 in the NBA, in the major leagues, in the NFL, without taking one punch to the face. They got options. That's why America is more split up. But don't be delusioned. Don't think UK boxing has been that you guys are the champion by default. You guys have always been the champion for the last 30, 40 years by default. You've earned it, yes, because technically our guys are not there. But don't rally up the US. Don't poke the sleeping dragon. Don't do it. Don't. I mean, you guys have been talking it and it's been going under the radar. Just allow it to be the way it is. UK dominate the heavyweight division and stay there. But it's not like when the heavyweight division was in that era where you had so many heavyweight prospects, champions, contenders. You had Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Sonny Liston. You had Ken Norton Jr. You had fucking, and the list went on and on and on. Back then, that's when we dominate the heavyweight division. Then football became more popular, baseball, and these contracts, and our kids just left the boxing gyms. But don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, bro. Don't. America still, hands down, got the best athletes in the world. In the world. We don't go out to your country to join your teams. You come here to join ours. And don't say because you guys are already established or you make more money. No, because we're the best. Had we not been the best, why don't you copy what we're doing and show us that you're better and take over? Because it would be obvious that you guys are doing it at a higher skill. But you're not doing that. You'll never do that. Because the best institutes, it's just like that false thing in the world that people have this mixed conception. Oh shit, the Chinese, the Japanese, all these other places, the Indians, they're way smarter than the Americans. And I'm sitting here and sometimes I'm baffled. I'm like, how's that possible? They're like, bro, did you see the Chinese? They can do anything. They make a phone, blah, 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 but this and that. Their math is incredible. Their students, they go to school all year round. And I'm looking at them and I'm saying, then why don't we send our kids to their schools? Why do they send their kids to our schools? They go from out there to Princeton, Harvard, Yale. They come to here. Even the North Korean president, Yi Young Kim, where did he get his education? In America. If they're so much smarter than us and they're teaching way better stuff, well, then why don't we go out there? You say, oh, we don't speak the language. They didn't speak the language neither. They wanted to know what we knew so bad that they learned our language. How does this make sense? How are they smarter than us? How are they smarter than us when all of them are here? Everyone you say is smarter than us is in America. You do know that, right? All the Asians, the Indians, every type of walk of life is here. So if you think they're smart out there, they're even smarter here because now they're a bunch of smart people. Don't stop looking at things like no, just there's reasons for things in life in the way they are. You go around in the world and you fuck around and you take a predator and you put it somewhere else, what's going to happen? It's going to eat the rest of that fucking population that once was flourishing because it had no predator to attack it. You introduce one, that's what's going to happen. You guys keep running this gimmick. Oh, UK boxing heavyweight. Nah, we Americans, we acknowledge it. We acknowledge it. You know, we'll shoot 1, 2, 3 guys at you. They might not pan out. They don't really seem to on getting the heavyweight championship, Americans. I don't know why. But and then when we get it, we talk shit, right? Like we've been doing it forever. Fucking Americans, bro. We're like that. We're fucking cocky, arrogant. Like you can tell us from any other country whenever you go somewhere. I swear to God, I've done this. You know what I'm saying? You just look into the crowd and you'll see them on their cell phones, talking shit, right? There they are right there. There's my people. Let me go with them, right? You know, and it's like you like witness all this shit and uh you sometimes on the outside looking in, you'll get a mixed screwed, perception. America's way ahead of the curve in fucking everything. And they ensured it and they made sure because if you were great as like a country, nation, smart, they went out and got you and brought you here, didn't they? And they brought all walks of life. They were very smart about that. The Americans, they were very smart in that, right? Because let's say you get pissed off at them. You say, you know what? We're going to fucking show these Americans what's up. Your people are here. You're going to bomb your own people? They made sure like everybody's people was here, right? Hey, yo, China want to do everywhere. There's a Chinatown. Every major city there's a Chinatown, right? Go ahead. You gonna kill your own people? You know what I mean? Right? Yo, America's concept. It was just brilliant, brilliant, sinister, corrupt, all at the same time. It is what it is. I'm not a politician. But what I am is a realist, a realist. And, I just see things for what they are. You know, I, it's, hey, listen, if the Americans don't get up and get the heavyweight champion and the Brits get it, well, then shall be it. That's America's fault, right? But if you're thinking we're soft, if you're thinking like we're just not up to par, like if you're thinking oh, America's when we get to the big dogs, we'll fuck them up. If you're thinking that, you would be mistaken. You would be very, very far off. You would be. Um, we would have like fucking 10 Moses Atamas right now. We really would. We have the kids and the kids with the skills and the abilities. Take away NFL. Take that shit away. All them kids that are 6'6", 6'5", 6'8", 6'9", playing in the NFL that came from America's combines, they'll have no choice but to try boxing. It'll be a wrap, kid. It'll just be a matter of time before America fucking took over heavyweight boxing. That's what'll happen. That's exactly what'll happen. Yeah. We got too much Um, and as far as thinking that we would be behind the curve, that would be a logical assessment. Like the Brits would, they're too far ahead, right? You would think like they're too far ahead. But the problem is the Americans got the best coaches, some of the best coaches, some of the best coaches. And it wouldn't be hard. It wouldn't be hard. Some of these coaches to see those big behemoth of kids walking in, yeah, I'll take them. It's not gonna be long. Soon they would take over again. Trust me, they would take over again. You know, but it can still be taken from greatness and the fact. Yeah, yeah, Pug. I agree with. Well, that Pug. Like, look, man. Look. Um, Pug. If you've been with me for a while here, you know. As a matter of fact, hey, yo, Pug. Did I ever rinse you up? I sometimes I get caught up in this restream fucking chat thing, and I don't see you guys on YouTube and the guys that are engaging them more. Let me go check the YouTube setup, see who's been texting in the chat, interacting, because all my analytics it tells me that. So here I'm gonna click that. Hold up, you might hear my voice or something real quick or a commercial. Let me turn that off. Okay, so now I'm here. Hug, hug, my boy. You've been a real supporter of the round one round table. Hug wrenched you up. You are a monitor now, Pug. Yeah, bull writer say, Pug, go write a book for real. yo, hey yo, Pug. You're always interacting, engaging. I love it. You know what I'm saying? No matter whether we agree or disagree, then I say to you guys, you have a safe platform to be able to come and talk and say what you want. I meant it. I meant it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bug, half the shit you talk, text, we really don't agree sometimes. But I respect it. I respect it. And I love your conversation and your feedback. And that's why I wrenched you up. That's why I wrenched you up. That's right, my brother. Yeah. 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 I agree, Pug. I agree. Yo, you know something, right? When I look at a lot of these situations playing out in the sport of boxing, right? When I think about like, you know, fights that can probably happen, Pug, and in the rest of the chat, I'm speaking to you guys too, and fights that I think that can materialize, right? There's a lot of fighters that I'm waiting, I'm eager to see. Unfortunately, David the Monster Benavidez is going through this all over social media with his wife, and that's a little heartbreaking to see because I can recognize what David the Monster Benavidez is going through. And his wife, when she talks, I can hear her. I can see what she's saying, what she's putting down between the lines. This is not a case of her thinking that David's cheating on her, that David's treating her bad, that she had enough, that she wants another man. It's none of that shit. She's saying in her text that she can no longer deal with what he's getting into, the road he's choosing to go down. When a woman starts talking like that, that's not another woman. And then on top of it, David, didn't you lose your belt because of a substance? A banned substance. It wasn't a PE, it was cocaine. And when you hear a woman talk like that, that she, and she's saying my Christian beliefs, well, you're a Christian looking like that, but anyway, I'll buy it, right? A Christian can look like anything. Just because she looks like that doesn't mean you read the book by its cover. She might just be a woman that loves the way she looks and knows that she's beautiful. That's it. But she ain't with the bullshit. She ain't with coming home at night, seeing you in the room looking a certain kind of way and your shit is rocking. If you know, you know. I'm not trying to climb in bed with you like this day in, day out, living out any sick fantasies that are going in your head while you all skied out. And I'm not saying that I know any of this to be true. Like, if that's the case, well, brother, I can read between the line. If it ain't woman, if it ain't another woman, it ain't the fact you beating her. What? Why would a beautiful woman like that and a man like you, why would you walk away? Look at the breadcrumbs. You have a history of this. Did you seek help and you dealt with that and that went away? Or has it resurfaced like it always does to everyone? Like everyone that's ever done that drug is going to find out one way or another that shit does not just leave you. And that shit tears up homes, relationships, jobs. It costs you everything. For all I know, that might be what was behind the reason why we didn't get some of these fights from him. Now, this is all hypothetical. I don't have no proof, but that's what I'm thinking. This is where I'm thinking. I've seen this before. I've seen drugs ruin a household. I know the signs. I'm watching her, and then I think it was yesterday she took down 2 or 3 of her texts. She took them off. But the world read them. I read them. You know what I mean? And the way she's talking, you could see she loves him. She just wants him to change. That's all that lady keeps saying. I need change with this. I don't like this about you. Like she doesn't specify. I can't live with a man like that. Like that, and then the next person says, well, does he abuse you? No, he doesn't hit me. He doesn't cheat on me. You start doing the math, you're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, man, David, bro, if you're out there, you're listening, or if anybody can get this to him, David, shit ain't done or over with. That woman must love you. She must love you. And you might think that you're down and out or whatever, or you can just any day you can change anything you want, man. You can. It's gonna tell you, nope, you've gone too far. She's giving me attitude, this, that, and the third. Take the attitude from her. You deserve that for what you've done, what you've caused. You got to eat that up. You got to take that and you got to earn your way back into her heart. That's what you got to do. You can't get into every argument because what she's going to do, she's going to cause the argument to see if you say fuck it and go right back to it. And she's going to turn around and say, see, I told you so. You didn't want to fight for me. That's what she's going to say. And the reason why they piss us off and they do all this shit is for that you can go roll around in the mud and she can say, that's why. And what you're going to end up doing is pushing her into the arms of another man. And you're going to wonder how she got there. Wake up, bro. Wake up. She's the mother of your kids. That's the woman you made this choice with. Brother, don't think you can always replace something because of what you're choosing to do. You might be the breadwinner, you might be this, all of that. But what you got to do is prove to her, to your son, to your family that you're above this. You're above this. If this is what your wife wants, she wants you to knock it off and give her what she wants. Or if not, you're going to lose her. Simple. You won't have to worry about her. Don't worry. In a little bit of time, somebody's going to take care of her. She will no longer be cold at night. She's going to be nice and warm. Trust me. If you don't think she's worth fighting for, or stop doing what you're doing for the woman that loves you, well, then don't worry about it because it will no longer be your problem. It will no longer be your problem. Someone else will take care of that for you. Trust me when I tell you. So Fight fans, listen, thank you for tuning in, man. David has never done cocaine. It was in the meat. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Hey, yo, it was in the cows. The cocaine was in the cow. What happened was the cartel dropped off a package. It landed on the land with the farm. The farm, the cows ate the package, got skied up. We killed the cows. The cow meat had cocaine, and that's why. Yo, yeah. You sure he wasn't in the barn doing lines with the cows? He's probably playing cards. Oh, yo, cows, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh shit. Saul Canelo Alvarez said, well, I wasn't positive on steroids. It was tainted cow meat. Connor Ben said he ate tainted eggs. Yo, and David the Month Benavides ate cocaine meat. Yo, when they served them the steak, they had 4 lines and you had a straw right off the steak. You know what I'm saying? Tainted meat. You know what I'm saying? They just sniffed off the meat. You know what I'm saying? They add more, add more. Yo, you crazy. You crazy. Yo, listen, man. Whatever Devi's going through in life, I wish him the best. Uh, you know, there's enough broken homes in this family, enough families divided. Enough of us grew up without fathers, man, David. That's all I'm saying. Enough of us, you grew up with your dad, didn't you, David? You started that family. Be loyal to that family, David. That's all I can tell you. Uh, I don't like to get into like family issues, relationships. Jaime Munguia's wife, his decisions. Yo, that's on you, bro. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not two-tone. We're not doing that. Only reason why I spoke up about David's situation because I think many of us are going through it in the world. And I thought that maybe it would be something that I could talk about that if you're in that kind of situation, you know, it's time for change. Every day that shit's gonna fuck with you, it's gonna talk to you, but the whole concept to change is the act of changing, fighting off what you know is wrong, killing those desires and those thoughts of completing them, knowing that a thought is neither right or wrong unless you put action to it. You're going to have to fight for what you want in life. Because if you don't, someone else will. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in here at Round One Sports TV. Uh, Please be courteous and kind. Hit that like button. Drop chats, comments in the chat. And even if you don't see this stream on a live and you happen to come up later, I need you to chat. I need you to put something down in the chat. Put an R1, round one, salute, whatever, thumbs up, but put it in the chat. I really got to get my videos back out into the good graces of the algorithm and YouTube because I got them notifications. So my viewership has been low. It's only probably been to my members. That's what they're telling me. So yesterday, I clicked onto YouTube thing, the red X. I clicked onto it. I had to sign that thing saying that I understand the strike that's being given to me and YouTube, like, because I got copyrighted 21 times in the last month. So they had to look all that up. So they haven't been pushing out my videos. Now I start back at the beginning again. You guys got to like, comment on the videos so that they see that it's engaging by the viewer and they push it out to more people. So please, if you like my show, you want my show to continue, you like the flow here, bro, look out. Look out. I need comments in the chat, and I need likes back so that I can get back into the good graces of YouTube. All right, gentlemen? Salute, guys. You guys have been the best. Hug, you're the man. Peace.